doing, sir?
Good. How you doing?
We're the two watch commanders here right now. I understand you had an issue with some of the officers who are out in the field.
Yes.
When you guys say back the blue or support the blue line, what you guys are advocating for is an umbrella of protection for bad police officers. We understand that police officers have a job to do, but when they go out of their way and violate somebody's civil rights, police officers lose trust in the people. So how do you get that back? By continuing to cover up for bad officers? Well, that's exactly what's going to happen in this video. You guys are going to want to go subscribe to this newer channel. We definitely need to have his back out there. We need to let these public officials know that we the people are watching and paying attention. The days of corruption are over, folks. We need to stand up, record, and document all our public officials and ask questions. There's a lot of misappropriation of funds going on out there. It's time to tidy up some things, folks. Check out this video, go subscribe, let them know I sent you.
Okay, what's going on?
I went to the donut shop right here on Azusa. Two cops pulled over in the red in front of the fire hydrant, put their lights on, went into Starbucks, get a coffee. There's a bunch of traffic there already. I understand why they could do that, but they can't do that. Okay, I walked over to this guy. I said, "Hey, are these guys getting coffee?" He says, "Yeah, they are." I said, "Oh, hell no!" I walked in there. I said, "Excuse me, sir, is there an emergency?" He says, "No, we're getting coffee." I said, "Well, how is that right?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. The lights are on." And I said, "I don't care if the lights are on. Or the lights are on for what? What's the purpose of the lights being on? We could park wherever we want." I said, "No, you can't. You're parked in the red. You're causing traffic right here in the corner. I suggest you move your car. Have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day." I said, "You too. You have a nice day." As I walked by, name and badge numbers, guys. Is it in your policy to give me your name and badge number?
Yeah,
It is.
Hold on, as I'm talking to them too, their version of the story is that you're cussing at them and they're trying to avoid an altercation.
No.
You can't tell me what their version of the story is.
Okay.
Only they can. I can't either.
Okay.
So just so that we're clear too,
Okay.
when they're parking in that red,
Yeah.
there's nothing in the vehicle code that says they can't because they have to respond as an emergency responder to the next potential call. Okay.
That's in your
We
policy?
we
I'd like
still
to see
urge
that
them-
policy.
That's not a policy. It's a vehicle code. Okay.
Okay, vehicle
we still
code.
would urge them to not do that.
Okay.
because
Did he
people
tell
don't
you that
understand
he
why.
called me a fucking asshole?
If you don't want to,
Did he tell you he called me a fucking
No, he did
asshole?
not.
Exactly.
So if you don't want to listen to me when I talk, there won't be a chance for us to have a
There,
conversation.
there is a right here because you're not listening to the whole story. You let me finish my story before you talk.
You're
Okay?
the one talking over me.
Exactly, because I'm telling you the story.
I listened to you.
No, you didn't. I wasn't done.
Okay, so if this is
I was
what
not
I do,
done.
There won't be anything I can do.
I'm not done with my story.
Would you
Listen.
like to try to talk to my partner and see if you have better luck?
Listen
Maybe
to
he's
my
more
story. Well,
patient.
can you listen to my story, or are you going to try and hide them?
You already did.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Tell me what they
continue.
said over the PA. Tell me over the PA. Tell me what they said, since you know.
I just told you 2
Exactly.
seconds ago that I wouldn't know their version of the
So
story.
let me finish my story, like I told you.
You're going
Okay.
in circles, but go ahead.
Does it matter what they called me over the PA?
Yeah, if they called you something inappropriate,
They
it
did.
wouldn't matter.
They did. A fucking
Everybody-
asshole.
Everybody else would hear that as well,
A
right?
fucking asshole. He went, "Chit, fucking asshole," and took off.
So
Laughed.
go down to Starbucks right now and ask anything.
If you could find someone, which I doubt,
If
that
I
they're
could
still
find
there.
someone.
Yeah, that they're
So
still
that's
there.
how I corroborate when things happen and when they don't happen. You're saying
That's why I got this. Okay.
Is there a video that I can see of them?
You're not
calling
gonna
them?
see none of my videos. I'm gonna hold you guys accountable.
So if you're saying that they did something and you have proof of it, you don't want to say. You don't have to give me your phone.
Not yet. I'm gonna fill out the complaints and I'm gonna have them stamped and returned to me. Okay, to make sure it's gonna be processed. Okay.
Well, if you have evidence of something, that's a great thing to share.
Yes, it
You're saying
is.
There's a policy.
Yes, it is. Now, if you guys have evidence, I suggest you get down here to Starbucks and look for someone who could corroborate your evidence, because your evidence is not happening here, buddy. He called me a name over the PA. Everyone heard
You're talking about that we have.
that your
I haven't
that
said
your
anything
partner
about
that your partner is telling you his side,
Okay.
which he left out what he
Okay,
did
so
to
what
me.
other questions can I help you with today, sir?
Okay, now as far as complaints
Uh-huh.
on your policy, they don't have to identify themselves, because how am I going to make a complaint against them if they don't want to identify themselves? He went like this.
So I know
Come on,
the
man.
officers that we're discussing. If you make a complaint of that date and time, we're able to indicate them in that.
Okay, can you write down their name and badge numbers, please?
Sure. I don't know their badge numbers, so it'll take me a second. Okay. I
Sure.
don't have them
No
memorized.
problem.
All right.
No problem.
All right, folks, this gives me the perfect opportunity to talk about this. This is a huge problem that we're seeing in policing, and it's such an easy fix. I mentioned this a while back on my channel. We need to be able to identify these police officers out there. For some reason, they have their names and badge numbers millimeter in size. You can't even read it unless you're standing right in front of them. But they're always acting scared and saying, "Don't get too close to me." Folks, it's an easy fix. Let's put their last names on their back like baseball players. Let's put their badge numbers all over their uniform. That way the people are able to identify them at all times. The people won't even have to interrupt them while they're doing their job. It's an easy fix, folks. Let's do this.
You're not confusing us with another department.
This is
right?
just next. No, it's not yours. It's Covina. I lived on Puente Street for 20 years.
If they fail to identify themselves, it's not a fireable offense.
No, it's not. It's a complaint that goes against their badge. So if you get enough complaints, that's it, buddy. You can't violate policy. You can't.
You're obviously
Yeah.
confused as to what's going on. So your main complaint today is
I'll make a
that
complaint.
they wouldn't identify themselves to you.
That's one.
Because parking in that lane is legal, so there is no complaint about that.
No, identifying policy, that's one of my
So
complaints.
I told you, that's your complaint. The parking issue is a non-issue because they're allowed to do
That's
it.
fine.
That, like I said,
That's
they
fine.
did that because there was no parking.
They're not allowed to cuss at citizens,
Okay. And there's,
Thank you.
And there's no other witnesses to that, you're saying, right?
besides mine.
I know. Besides you.
Besides my witnesses, okay?
Where are they?
Don't worry about my witnesses, buddy.
So
Worry
they
about
will
what your guys are lying
probably
about.
contact you.
That's what
They're
you need to
probably
worry
gonna
about.
Contact you in the future to interview you, okay? So they can get your side of the story again. It'll be assigned to internal affairs investigation.
That's what I'm talking
They will
about.
want to interview you.
That's
okay?
what I'm
Making
talking about.
Sure you understand the process.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Internal Affairs refers to a division of law enforcement agency that investigates incidents and possible suspicions of law-breaking and professional misconduct attributed to officers on the force. A police force policing itself, if you will. The law grants immense power to police officers. Under certain circumstances, they have the authority to detain you, arrest you, search your person, your home, your car, and your belongings. In some situations, they even have the right to use deadly force against you. In the wake of police officers' use of deadly force, police departments routinely promise to conduct a thorough investigation to determine whether the officer was justified in ending someone's life. Despite assurances that the investigation will uncover the truth, however, the results too often seem more like a whitewash. In an ideal world, police officers and their departments would own up to their own mistakes and misdeeds. That, however, is not the world in which we live in. Here in the real world, law enforcement officers and leadership officials are likely to prioritize upholding police prestige rather than seeking justice, which is to say, they will try to rationalize, minimize, cover up, and move on without being held accountable. Very rarely do you ever see officers being held accountable for their actions, and when they are held accountable, they are propped up as this bad apple or outlier. This is what's wrong with police policing themselves. That is why it is important to end internal investigations and utilize a third party to investigate police misconduct within a department.
I've been here and done that before. I know the process. I just want to know from you, do I need a complaint for each officer?
No.
Or can I do one complaint on one paper?
Yeah, it's one incident. You can do it.
Okay,
Okay?
that's fine.
Okay.
And you're the sergeant?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Any
bud.
other questions I can help you with while we're waiting?
No, I just need that. Oh, body cams, okay? I need to make a FOIA request on body cams.
Okay, that's called a public records act.
The Freedom of Information Act is a federal freedom of information law that requires the full or partial disclosure of previously unreleased information and documents controlled by the United States government upon request. The act defines agency records subject to disclosure, outlines mandatory disclosure procedures, and defines 9 exemptions to the statute. The act was intended to make the U.S. government agencies function more transparent so that the American public can more easily identify problems in the government and put pressure on Congress, agency officials, and the President to address them. Federal court has concisely described the vital role of the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, in democracy. It has often been observed that the central purpose of the FOIA is to open up the workings of the government to public scrutiny.
Here's California's Public Record Act.
I don't have that form for you. We can ask our records.
Can you
people
ask
to
one?
Produce it for you.
Thank
but
you.
in talking to them, there's only certain circumstances within our policy that would require someone to activate it. So there may or may not be body cam. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
But if you submit that request, if there is one, then you get it. If there isn't, then obviously you don't. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
I mean, I understand
You
that. That's
actually-
why I record, because your guys come up missing. Mine don't.
Okay. So and like I
Yeah.
asked you before, if you're accusing officers of doing something that
Yes.
is a policy violation,
Yes.
providing us with a video helps substantiate that, and then people can obviously.
Sir.
Hold on. So if you had, I want to make sure if you had proof of some of these things, it'd be nice if you provided. them
I
to us.
understand that, sir, but
So I'm guessing you don't.
can
just 'cause
I
you won't.
do, but can I tell you something? The last time I brought my evidence here, video, that Martinez guy,
Yeah.
his lieutenant, his chief of police actually
Uh-huh.
kept my video.
You
And he told me you
Sir,
cannot
this
have
is-
it back.
This is the day of modern technology. You can email the video. We don't have to take it.
No. I understand that, but I'm saying this was 10 years ago.
Okay.
That's
So
why I do
nowadays-
not. I hold my own evidence. I don't
If
give
you
my
would
evidence
like-
up.
If you would like to email me a copy, you can do that, and you can keep your original version that no one can touch on your phone, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you my email. If you'd like to do that,
Okay.
I can forward that to the internal affairs investigator. They can attach it to your complaint.
Okay,
And
can-
that way, your copy of the video is there, because
Sure.
that way we have a copy, they can watch it, you can bring it in. If you have concerns, you can always compare it to your original.
Sure.
We're not gonna, we can't edit these things.
I get
If
that.
you wanna do that, you can. So if there's video of them in there calling, using profanity against you, that would be a misconduct.
I understand that. Yes.
So that would be something we'd like to see. But if it's just you're telling me and nobody else there corroborates it, it gets difficult to prove what happened, right?
Unless I have people there that are around me and I know them and that they told me, yeah, this
And
guy's
that's-
in there.
That's
Yeah.
helpful for us to know, for them to be identified.
Yeah,
either
but that-
through
all
board
that
or
is-
have them come here and tell
All
us
that
if
is
they're-
my information I have against your officers.
You'll probably see
Yeah.
on there too, there's usually a spot to indicate witnesses so that
Sure.
they can come in
It's
and
right here.
provide their side
Sure.
of the story.
I get that.
Okay?
Sure. I just want to make sure I make a formal complaint, and I want to make sure I get it in paper and turn it in, stamped and received.
So you can fill it out, and there's no time limit. You're allowed to take as much time as you want to fill it out, and then you come back.
Yeah, I get
you
that.
Just ask for Watch Commander,
I get that.
and then we'll come and we'll take care of this thing. Okay.
Um,
Like I said, in the meantime,
I get
if
that.
you feel comfortable emailing me a copy of the video, I just forward it back to the sergeant who does that particular issue.
One more question.
Yeah.
An incident happened in January, February. You don't have to write nothing down. It's just a question.
Yeah.
And my son, who's 15, he was in an incident, got in trouble, and the police picked him up at school and stuff. Now, how can I get those body cam footages of that?
It's the same issue. It's a public request.
Public
act,
request, okay.
Now, the fact that he's a juvenile, I got to be honest with you, I don't know if that matters.
No matter.
Because they
It's
have-
just my son.
I know, I
Yeah.
understand that. But there are issues with records releasing certain things in regards to juveniles. I don't know that. for
Yeah.
sure.
You
I'm just
find
giving
out
you the
because
preemptive just in case.
Yeah, find out because the California law is we can get that. Period.
Because
It's
I used to work juvenile crimes, and I had parents that come in here and try to get certain copies of reports that I was being told that even they couldn't get certain things, okay?
yeah. No, I want body cam. I don't want
You
reports.
can want whatever you want, sir. I'm just giving you a heads up. There's potential that you may not get it. Okay? Because to my knowledge, usually juveniles, the rules are a little bit more strict. Okay? So you can submit any request you want. That's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Where do I submit the request?
I think that's all done through right here through our records department.
Okay.
I can ask them when we leave, or when you come back, you can just say, "Hey, is there a form I need to fill out?"
Can you just get it now and then I'll take off and come
I
back?
don't know the process for PRAs. If it's a form, if it's digital.
What was your name again?
My name is Sergeant Coleman. I gave you my card.
Sergeant Colburn. I just want it for the record. That's all.
Good for you.
I want to make sure I know who to speak. I spoke to. You know what I mean?
That's not a problem. And you can, when you come back, you can ask for me if you want. You can ask for a different watch commander. It really doesn't matter. Any of
Okay.
us are capable of processing the complaint. Okay.
And
Sir, all Public Records Act requests, federal law, they go through the city clerk's office.
Okay.
So that's not something we can do for
okay.
you. You would have to go to City
And
Hall.
where is that at? City Hall?
125 East College Street.
Okay.
Right
Perfect.
down the street. 2
Perfect.
blocks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Name? Counts?
Counts, Sergeant Counts.
Did I speak with you on the phone right now?
I have no idea. No, I have not answered the phone yet this morning.
Oh, maybe someone told me your name because I remember that name right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Maybe.
So,
I've been here for 20 years, so maybe.
yeah. You too, huh?
Yeah, we're supervisors, so we've been here for quite a while.
Man, I can't believe you guys don't know the guy that I fired.
Sir,
I'll bring
you're
you.
mistaken.
I'm gonna bring you the letter, okay,
if
from
you'd like
your
to, because
department,
then that way you
just to
will know
verify,
because
so you don't think I'm lying.
I will point out to you that that person doesn't work here.
No, he
Make sure it's
doesn't.
kinda silly.
He got resigned because of me. Yeah.
There has been literally no one working here by that name in that time span.
We have one person named Martinez who's
She's been here for like
It's a
2 months.
female. She's
No,
been-
I know her. It's my friend's daughter. I know her. But
So you're very much mistaken.
he's a sergeant. He was a sergeant.
You're absolutely
That is
incorrect.
absolutely not true. 100%.
Why would I lie about it?
You know what's weird to me right now?
Yeah.
Is that I came in here and talked to your. I forgot his name. It's been so long ago. He had blonde hair and he was tall. He was a chief. I think it was a chief.
Okay.
I gave him all my complaint, my information, and the cop that beat me up was Martinez. He was a watch commander.
They said he was a sergeant. Yeah.
He was a watch commander
Okay.
that day. He happened to be a sergeant. Okay. So when he beat me up, he didn't write it in a report. He didn't say anything about him being at my house. He said he never was at my house. I had it on tape. I brought my tape to the guy. He got fired, but he didn't get. He resigned. You guys don't fire each other. You resign and go somewhere else and torment another citizen.
So maybe this happened in West Covina.
No, it happened in Covina.
We
I
get
hear
that mistake a lot.
on Puente. It happened on
Puente
Puente.
is a long street. It runs through multiple cities.
Puente and
I'm just trying to correct
No.
you so that you.
no, I know, but don't correct me because you're wrong, bud. You're wrong
We
because
don't have a blonde chief, by the way.
Yeah.
Never have.
just to let you guys know,
Yeah.
I'll be back with that letter so you can see that I'm not lying.
I'm kind of
I know it
curious.
don't matter, but just for your
It
curiosity.
just makes you sound not credible because you don't know who
Exactly.
you're talking to.
Exactly. But that's why I want to bring it.
You're saying
So
I
you
have
can
a
say,
point
oh
that
shit,
you're not
he's
credible. Are
right.
you admitting I have a point that you're not credible? Because you just said exactly. I'm telling you,
No.
you're mistaken. I'm just trying to make sure you're accurate. And
Yeah,
you know-
but I'm telling you, I know
Hey, is there
100%.
anything else I can help you with today, sir?
No,
We're just
get back to
wasting-
work, guys.
we've got
Take it
work to
easy.
do, okay?
Get back to work. Thank you.
You have a great day, okay?
Thank you. I'll be back, guys. Get back to work. Have a good day.
And you should, the judge did see that we have to give each other our numbers, like have each other's stuff.
Over and over again, I get comments saying, you were being rude, the officer was being nice. He was just doing his job. But I gotta tell you guys something. Just because the officer seems to have a great attitude, a nice smile, a comb over, he's probably been combing his hair the same way since his mom used to comb it. A lot of times these police officers act like professionals. Some of them don't swear. Some of them will use big words to make you think they're smart. We don't have to be smart to be a police officer, folks. In fact, in the 6 months training that they get, they're not being taught anything that has to do with your rights. Nothing about the Bill of Rights, nothing about the Constitution, not even the First Amendment. And when the people seem to know their rights, some police officers will ask them, where did you get your law degree? YouTube? I will say this, folks. YouTubers seem to know the laws more than police officers these days, and we're teaching each other. And as a matter of fact, we're teaching these cops. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. It's embarrassing. Keep in mind the police are not on our side, folks. They're on their own side. They don't have a duty to protect you. They have a duty to protect themselves. We just seen the greatest example of that in Uvalde, Texas. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to DMaster190. Let them know I sent you. I'll see you guys in this comment section. Have a good day.